In today's video, I will show you how to create this 3D text using Cinema 4D. Let's begin. Once you have your project ready, head over to the MoGraph menu. Inside, go and select MoText. You will get this 3D text sample, and to the right of that, you will see these settings. In depth, you can change the thickness of the text. Subdivision controls how many divisions the model has from the sides. I will keep it at 1. And here, in this text box, is where you type the words you want in 3D. For this tutorial, I will make mine tutos. You can now see my new 3D text. To change the font, you will head over to this section here. You can click on this box here, and all the fonts you have in your computer will be accessible here. I am going to select my font. You can go ahead and select whichever font you want. In Align, you can change the position of your text. Your options will be left, middle, and right. I will select middle. Now my text will be positioned to the middle and not to the left. Horizontal spacing adjusts the spacing between letters. Vertical does the same, except only when you have 2 rows of words. I only have 1, so you won't be able to see it. Now, kerning has this box here. If you check it, you will get control handles, 1 handle per letter. This feature works best if you want to space letters individually. I don't need this now, so I'll undo all that and uncheck the box. That's it for this section. Let's move to the caps section. Inside the caps section, we can edit the text itself. Start cap and end cap control the front and the back side of the text model. When I uncheck the start cap, the front side of the text is hidden. When I uncheck the end cap, you can see the back side is hidden. I'll select them back again. Now, separate bevel controls separates the control for the front and end cap. When I select this, you can see 2 menus have appeared. The start bevel controls the settings for the front side of the text, and the end bevel controls the back side. I'll increase the size under the start bevel, and you can immediately see how the front side of the text is affected, but the back side is untouched. To edit the back side, I need to go and change the size under the end bevel controls. You can see how that affects the back side. Now, if you want both sides changed at the same time, then go and uncheck Separate Bevel Controls. You will get this new menu named Both Bevels. When I increase the size, you can see how both sides of the text are affected. That's good, but I only want to edit the front side and not the back side. So I will go ahead and select the box Separate Bevel Controls. I want the back to be plain. Now, Extended Shape does what it says. It extends the size of the model. I can extend forward or backward. I'll undo that and leave it unchecked. Shape Depth adjusts the bevel edges of the 3D text. And Segments adds more segments to the bevel edges. I'll bring it back down to 3. Now, if you don't want to deal with any of that, then you can just select the Load Presets button. You will get a library of presets ready to use. I'll select this one for you so you can see. You can see all the settings have changed. I'll select another one for you to see. Okay. I will want something basic, so I'll select this one here. Under the Selections section, you will see these property settings. These words and letters represent sections of our 3D model. You have Shell, which is the letter S, Start Cap, which is the letter C1, and it is the front side selection. End Cap, which is the letter C2, and this is for the back side selection. Start Bevel, which is R1, and that's for the front bevel selection. And the end bevel, which will be here, but because I haven't made changes to it, it is inactive. If we were to go back to the caps section and increase the size to the backside bevel, you can see the end bevel, which is R2, will now be active. Okay, I will undo that and now get my materials ready to show you how I can use these selections. I'll head over to the bottom side here and select the Create menu. Here I will go to Materials and select New Standard Material. I'll double click on the new material. I'll leave the name as is and I'll change the color to a brighter white. Now I will head over to Reflectance, select it, and then go and select Remove to remove these settings. Go and select Add. Now select Reflection Legacy. Perfect. Now let's reduce the roughness to 0. I want my reflections to be like a mirror. And I'll reduce the brightness of my layer color to 50%. Okay, this is how my white materials looks. I like it. Now I will go and duplicate this material by selecting and doing copy and paste. I'll double click at the new material and head over to the color section. I want to change the color to something I like. You can click on the box here to select your color. But I already know the color I want, so I will just type it out. Okay, this looks good. Again, if you want to select your own color, just click this box here and pick any of your favorite color. You can copy and paste as many materials as you like and change the colors for each of them. I will leave the reflectance settings the same here and close this window. It's now time to apply our materials to our 3D text. I will click and drag my blue material to my text. Perfect. Now I will drag my white material to the bevel edges of my 3D text. I'll click and drag it. And well, this is not right. I want the bevel edges to be white, not the entire text. To fix that, we need to tell the white material which part of the text we want it to be in. And to do that, we need to type in the direction here, where it says Selection. So let's select our MoText layer. And under the Selections tab, I will look at the code word for Start Bevel, which is capital R and 1. Now I will head back to my white materials, and where it says Selection, I will type R1. You can now see how that took effect. This is just what I wanted. Now I'll duplicate my 3D text by clicking, pressing Command and drag down. I will delete the materials for this copy. And I'll push this copy backwards. I want to remove the front bevels for this copy as well. So I'll select it and head over to the caps window and reduce the size to 0. And I'll select the bevel outside box. I'm sorry, but I think I skipped a step. Here we were supposed to have selected the separate bevel controls and have the menu both bevels active. Sorry about that. From here we can go and select the box extended shape. And now I'll increase the size. This looks good. I'll go back to the object window for this copy and increase the depth value. Now I will duplicate this 3D model and then push it back. I'll increase the depth value some more for this one. I'll move it a bit more. And increase the depth some more. Okay, this looks good. I'll do a render preview. Okay, I like this. I now need to add some lighting to the scene. For this, I want to create an HDRI material. I'll head over to Create, then Materials, and then select New Standard Material. I'll name this HDRI, so I don't get confused. I'll double click it and select Reflectance. I'll go to Color, select the arrow next to the texture, and I'll select Load Image. And I'll select my HDRI image. Perfect. I'll select Open. This looks good. I'll close this window. I now need to drag this into my sky layer. I'll head over to this icon here and select Sky. Now I am going to drag my HDRI material and apply it to the sky layer. You can see it is now inside our scene. Let me do a preview render. Okay, it's getting there. I want to rotate my light 35 degrees to the right. I'll select the sky layer, and under coordinates, I'll put 35. Okay, I like that. Now I want to hide the background and only have my text visible. For that, I will do a right mouse click to my sky layer and head over to Render Tags and select Compositing. Inside the Compositing tag, I will uncheck this box here, Seen by Camera. Now we don't see our HDRI material, only our 3D text. I'm going to apply my materials to my 3D text models. And I am also going to add two effects. One is Ambient Occlusion to add some soft shadows, and the other is Global Illumination to add more realistic lighting to my scene. By adding these effects, I will increase the time for my renders, but you will see how much better it is with them. I'll do a preview render. Okay, this is looking really good. However, I feel the light is too intense. I'll have to make some adjustments to my HDRI material. I'll head over and double click on it. Then select the thumbnail here. Where it says exposure, I will reduce it to -0.5. My blacks, I'll increase it to 0.02. And my whites, I'll make it 2. I'll do another render pass. Okay, it's looking really good now. However, the bottom section looks a bit rough and it's a bit too grainy. To fix that, I'll head over to the sampling here. You will have all these options. However, instead of MIP, I want it to be circle. And I'll head over to my ambient occlusion settings and increase my maximum samples to 200. I'll do a preview render. Okay, perfect. You have now learned how to create 3D text in Cinema 4D. If you found this video useful, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Till the next one.